Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritti Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirke Nashtiprayeshu Bhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhakti Bhagavati Nashti. So continuing with our discussion on pastimes of Lord Blarama. So yesterday we stopped at Balramji killing Pralambasura and the significance, what Pralambasura represents in our heart, and the demons killed by Balramji are those anarthas that they represent have to be worked upon by us. The demons killed by Krishna, the anarthas they represent, are taken away by mercy of Krishna. But these two demons, they are very, very strong actually, and especially Pralambasura. He is considered very tall, means very hard to get rid of those anarthas. So anyway, Krishna and Balram, they were always enjoying in Vrindavan. Krishna killed many other demons. There were once on Balram Purnima, Balramji's birthday, Balramji was stopped by Rohini Mata from going to the forest because she wanted to give donation to Brahmins on his birthday and get all the blessings of Brahmins for Balramji. So she stopped him from going. And that day when Krishna went, he had killed Aghasura. So pastime in detail we can discuss some other time. So Aghasura, he came as a big snake, and he opened his mouth, and his tongue was like a highway, and all the cowherd boys went inside, and they practically died. And then Krishna also went inside, and he just increased his size. And when Krishna went inside, Aghasura closed his mouth, and thinking he has killed Krishna, but Krishna increased his size. And then he just burst open through the mouth of Aghasura and killed Aghasura. But Balramji, as we know, his expansion is Anant Shesha, on which Lord Narayana or Lord Vishnu rests. So if Balramji had gone to the forest that day, Aghasura could not have performed his pastime, because ultimately all the snakes respect Anant Shesha, and they know Balramji is original Anant Shesha. So Aghasura couldn't have done his pastimes. And also another reason was, of course, Krishna wanted to have more pastime, because after he killed Aghasura, and then when he was sitting down and eating lunch with his friends, that is the time when Brahmaji came and stole his calves and then the cowherd boys. And Balramji didn't know what had happened. So that day, Krishna came with all the cowherd boys and all the calves, but those were actually Krishna himself. And the original ones were sleeping in the cave where Brahmaji had kept them. So for 1 year, this pastime kept going. That Krishna himself was the cowherd boys and the calves. And he was enjoying with all the Brajvasis. So just before the year was over, like 5-6 days before next year, Balram Jayanti. So one day Balramji saw, then there were cows on the Govardhan hill, and their calves. Now the calves also, they had grown up. 1 year for calves is a big time. So cows on the Govardhan hill, they saw their calves down with Krishna and Balram. And they just jumped and ran towards their calves. With their udders were full of milk, and they ran towards the calves out of so much of love. Balramji was surprised. How is it possible? Because if the calves were little, he could understand the mothers running for the calves. But now they've grown up. Why the cows are running so fast? So he asked Krishna, Krishna, what's going on here? Then Krishna then explained that actually Brahmaji had stolen calves and calves and the cowherd friends. So I have expanded myself as all these calves. So the cows are actually feeling the love towards me in the form of calves. So that's why they're running. So Balramji then understood, yes, makes perfect sense. And then Brahm Vimohan Leela ended, and 5 6 days later, and then Brahmaji got all the instructions. And there were past times like when Krishna and Balram, obviously, as I said yesterday, they're always in the opposite parties, opposite teams, and they have their own set of players in their teams, and they will always have some game, some sports going on. But one day, Krishna was cheating a little in the game. And the cowherd boys, they went to Balramji, the Dauji, see Krishna cheating. So there was little tussle going on. And then the cowherd boys, they got so little angry at Krishna. They went and complained to Yashoda Maya that Krishna has eaten dirt. And Yashoda Maya came running. Krishna, did you eat dirt? No, Maya. But Balramji went ahead and told Yashoda, no, he ate dirt. I saw him eating dirt. And now Krishna was really caught because Yashoda Maya would definitely trust Balramji because Balramji didn't speak the lie, and his elder brother. So now Krishna was in trouble. So Krishna, Maya was asking, open your mouth, I want to see. And Krishna was saying, no, Maya, I haven't eaten dirt. No, open your mouth then. And then Krishna opened his mouth. And in his mouth, Yashoda Maya saw the whole Brahmand, all the planets and all the jivas. And then Yashoda Maya saw in his mouth, uh, just like a TV inside the TV. So she saw that inside her mouth, another Yashoda Maya looking inside the mouth of Krishna. And then she got bewildered. What is this I'm seeing? And as soon as she closed her eyes, Krishna removed this vision because he didn't want to interfere with her motherly love. And then Yashodamaya came back to us and said, what is that? What did I see? Maybe it was just some Maya, and Krishna has not eaten dirt. And that's where this whole Leela ended. So that Leela happened at Brahmand Ghat. That's a beautiful ghat, not too far from Gokul. It's pretty close to Gokul. And then there's a place near Gokul. It's called Raman Reti. Another replica of Raman Reti is in Vrindavan, where Krishna Balram temple is. ISKCON Vrindavan. Now, Prabhupada also, when he opened the temple at that location, he said the main deities here will be Krishna Balram instead of Radha Shyam Sundar. And devotees asked him why. Prabhupada said, this is the place, Raman Reti, where Krishna Balram would come every day and they have their pastime of wrestling. All the cowherd boys and Krishna Balram, they would wrestle here because the sand or the dust was so soft and so silken that even if you fall on that dirt, it wouldn't hurt you. And similarly, at that place near Gokul, so there's a place called Raman Reti, and the sand there or dust there is still very, very, very soft. And devotees also go there. Of course, we don't wrestle with each other, but we just roll around in that dust. It's beautiful place. And then um, Krishna Balram, they were growing up. They had wonderful, wonderful pastimes in Vrindavan. And some of the pastimes I'm forgetting. And when then Akrurji came and he took Krishna Balram to Mathura. Mathura, where Krishna Balram went, and they killed so many demons, so many wrestlers they killed. Kavalya appeared, elephant, they killed together. And then Kansa was killed by Krishna. And then both Krishna Balram went to Sandipni Muni's ashram in Ujjain to study. So Balramji was always there to protect Krishna. But this was one of his services as elder brother. Actually, what had happened in Ram Leela, when Lakshmanji took the position of younger brother of Ram, Lakshmanji is Balramji himself. He took the younger brother position, but he was lamenting afterwards because so many times he tried to stop Ram, but Ram would not. Ram would always supersede his request. So, like when Ramji was supposed to go to Banwas, Lakshman was completely against it. He was like, "Why listen to?" He was listening to his father as a lusty person. He just listens to who's listening to his wife. He's not doing his proper duties. So why you're taking this his vows so seriously? Don't go to forest. But Ram went ahead, and Lakshmanji had to go after him and serve him. Also, also when after the war, Sita ji was brought by Vibhishan to Ram, and Ram refused to accept her. And then she was asked to prove her chastity by going through Agni, fire. And who was given the task of preparing that fire? It was Lakshmanji. Lakshman was crying, and he was like, "Ram, what are you doing? She's chaste, she's pure." But Ram was standing there like without any emotions. And Lakshman had to prepare that fire. And Sita ji entered that fire. Of course, only Ram and Sita knew what was happening. Nobody else knew that Agni Dev was going to bring back the original Sita and take this Maya Sita away. But Lakshman was crying. And again, when that washerman uh, alleged that Ram is keeping the woman with him who stayed for 1 year at somebody else's house. So Ram then let go of Sita, and who went ahead to take the Sita to Valmiki Rishi's ashram? It was Lakshman was given that duty. That's why Lakshman said, "Next time I'm not going to come as younger brother. I'm going to come as elder brother." Of course, Krishna still won't listen to him, but many times Balramji would supersede him. Just like when we were discussing about Rukmini, when Krishna went to marry Rukmini and he kidnapped Rukmini, when he was bringing her, all these kings, they attacked him, and Krishna was fighting with them. And that time when Balramji reached that place with the Yadav army, so everybody was defeated except Rukmini, who was still fighting with Krishna. And Krishna defeated Rukmini and captured him. And he was first he was going to kill him. And then Balramji came, "Krishna, what are you doing? He's your wife's brother. You cannot kill him. He's your relative." So then Krishna shaved off the head of Rukmini and just left one shikha. And that's how Rukmini was saved. So Balramji sometimes could supersede Krishna's intentions, and he could order Krishna, "Do this and don't do that." But most of the time, Krishna still would listen to Balramji. he would still do whatever he wanted to do. But as a matter of respect, he would always respect Balram. So when they were in Dwarka, there was an incident that happened in Indraprasth. So all the five Pandavas, as we know, they got married to Draupadi. So then there was a agreement between all the five brothers, because there was a dilemma that how should Draupadi spend time with all the five brothers? Now this was a different situation. There's one wife and five husbands. So it was decided, I think Vedvyasi himself came and intervened and decided that she would spend, I think it was 2 months with every brother throughout the year, and then 2 months she could be doing her stuff. So the condition was, whenever if she is with Arjun, then none of the other four brothers could enter that palace. And if they did, then they have to leave Indraprasth and go for 1 year to the forest. Now, it so happened Yudhishthira Maharaj was with Draupadi, and his time had started. And before Yudhishthira Maharaj, it was Arjun who was with Draupadi. So Arjun's time was over, and Yudhishthira Maharaj was with Draupadi. So it so happened at that time, of course, it is all arranged by Krishna. It cannot happen without Krishna's arrangement. A Brahman came to the palace, and he was asking, is there any Kshatriya here? And Arjun got really angry. What do you mean, is there any Kshatriya here? You are in the kingdom of Yudhishthira Maharaj. What's your problem? What happened? He said, you think you are Kshatriya? Some thieves have come and they are stealing my cows and taking them away. You're supposed to protect us. Protect my property, Brahman's property. What are you doing here? You're not a Kshatriya. You should be out here protecting my property, protecting me. So Arjun said, yes, I'll come right away. What's the problem? What's the big deal? And Arjun started, but then he realized his Gandhi bow and arrows were in Draupadi's palace, because he was there with Draupadi. And now Yudhishthira Maharaj had gone to that palace. So there was a big dilemma. Now what to do? And Brahman was crying. He said, you're not a Kshatriya. Just forget your Gandhi. You cannot carry that Gandhi. Just don't talk about Gandhi. Now Arjun was really angry. And in that anger, he entered Draupadi's palace, picked up his Gandhi and arrows. But when he entered, and he went and saved that Brahman's cows, but when he came back, he said, I have to go to the forest now for 1 year. That was a deal. And Yudhishthira Maharaj told him, no, that was emergency. That's why you entered. It's okay. You didn't break any laws. But Arjun, being true to himself, he said, no, I broke the promise and I'm going to go to the forest for a year. So Arjun went. From there, first he went to Manipur. There he married this princess named Ulupi, and he had some sons from Ulupi. And this is how he went to so many places, and he married many princesses. This Ulupi is significant. I had to find out the real detailed story, but she did not leave her kingdom. And even till today, there are Vaishnavas there in Manipur, and they say we are descendants of Arjun, actually. And through Ulupi, Arjun had his son. And there's one beautiful story. I'll try to. I'm just remembering bits and pieces of it. I'll try to find out the details and we'll discuss it some other time. But the main part is not that. Main part is So from covering all these places, Arjun came to Dwarka. Now this is all Krishna's arrangement. You have to understand that. And this was a time when Chaturmasya was about to start. And Arjun was coming, and Arjun had grown beard and long hair, and he was carrying his Gandhi and arrow, but basically he looked like a sadhu, and he was entering Dwarka. And Krishna found out that Arjun has come to Dwarka. So Krishna met him outside Dwarka. He told him, "See, you are like a sadhu now, and for 4 months you should take rest. So you should hide your Gandhi and the arrows, and you come like this. And where do you go? You go to the palace of Balramji. Why there? He said, don't reveal your identity. Just go to the palace, and Balramji is uh, very merciful, very charitable for these 4 months, and he is serving sadhus personally during these 4 months. So you should go, stay there, and he will serve you. He'll take care of you, but don't reveal your identity." Okay, now Krishna had told him. He said, "Okay, there must be some reason." So Arjun entered, went to Balramji's palace, and Balramji thought some sadhu has come, just like because Chaturmasya, so many sadhus were coming. So Balramji made arrangement for him, for his stay, and every day, actually, along with Balramji, Subhadra was coming to serve all these sadhus. Now, next day, Subhadra came and she saw Arjun. She saw Sadhu. She had never met Arjun before. She had only heard about Arjun from Krishna. Now she saw Arjun and she served him. So for 4 months, she kept on serving him. And Krishna's arrangement, there was a development of love between two, Arjun and Subhadra. So then one day, when Chaturmas was about to be over, Krishna told Arjun, "Okay, today," and Krishna told Subhadra that today you should go to this Devi's ashram, and this sadhu, who's actually Arjun, he will come and kidnap you, and you should run away. Because Balramji's uh, point was that he wanted Duryodhan to marry Subhadra. Balramji had special affection for Duryodhan. Duryodhan was his disciple because Balramji taught him the Gada Yuddha. So Balramji wanted Duryodhan to marry Subhadra, and Krishna knew that, and Krishna didn't want this to happen because Subhadra is eternally wife of Arjun. So, so in this pastime, Krishna asked, "Okay, Arjun, you should go and kidnap Subhadra, but let Subhadra drive the chariot of that chariot. Let Subhadra take care of the chariot. You don't drive it." Okay, Krishna has said. He did exactly the same. So Arjun went and he kidnapped Subhadra, but Subhadra took care of the horses and they fled. Now Balramji got the news and he was angry. He was really angry. He called all the ministers, all the warriors of Yadav army, and they said, "How in the world Arjun could come here and kidnap our sister? How dare he did that?" And Balramji was angry. "Let us go after Arjun with all our armies and let's capture him, let's kill him. How could he insult us like that?" And then Krishna was asked what to do. Krishna said, "But what information I got was Subhadra was driving the chariot, not Arjun. So it looks like Subhadra has kidnapped Arjun. So in this situation, if we go and attack Arjun, that will be very insulting. And moreover, Arjun is Arjun. After all, he is a big time Kshatriya. And in case he defeats all of us, then it'll be a big time insult. And moreover, Subhadra has kidnapped Arjun and ran away. So somehow Krishna made up this whole thing, and then the Yadav army went and they brought Arjun back as a husband of Subhadra, and they said, you cannot let Subhadra go like this, so we will send her with all the gifts and properly we'll get you guys married and this. So whole thing was arranged by Krishna, but Balramji played an important role. Balramji was just, I mean, he was so affectionate towards Duryodhana, but Krishna wanted Arjun to marry Subhadra. And another time, Krishna's son Samba had gone to Hastinapur, and he fell in love with Duryodhana's daughter, Lakshmana. So now what Samba did, see, this among Kshatriya, this was very prevalent, that they would go, if they like a girl, they would just kidnap her. Of course, that kidnapping was not to insult, but it was to marry that girl, and in case her parents don't agree for this marriage, and this kidnapping was not to exploit the girl sexually or any other way. It was to give her full honor, but this was one of the Kshatriya codes. So Samba, he kidnapped Lakshmana, but Duryodhan got the news. And Duryodhan, Bhishma, Karna, Dushasan, all these warriors, Karna, I mean, they all came and they attacked Samba. Now, Samba was also a very powerful warrior. He was a Maharathi. And all these warriors on Duryodhan's side, they were all Maharathis. So Samba could fight, but with fighting with 7 of the Maharathis, that was difficult for him. So in the end, he was captured by the Kauravas and he was imprisoned in Hastinapur. So news came to Balramji, and Balramji said, now Balramji had affection for Duryodhan and the Kauravas. So he said, and the Yadav army, they were very upset. How dare Kauravas imprison Samba? And that too, they fought not according to the codes. 7 Maharathi against 1 Maharathi? This is not never heard of. They said, we'll all go and attack Hastinapur and we'll just burn that city to ashes. Balramji said, no, they are very reasonable people. Let's go find out and I'll talk to them and they will give Samba back. So Balramji came with all the Yadav army, but he stayed outside Hastinapur, and he sent Uddhavji with him as a messenger. And then Uddhavji went and said, well, Balramji has come and he doesn't want any war. He just wants peacefully. He returned Samba and his wife Lakshmana and he will go away. And the Kauravas, they got so angry and they started, oh, Yadavs? They are ruling because we are letting them to rule. Otherwise, they are not even close to be called Kshatriyas. And this and that, they insulted everybody. And of course, Uddhavji was just a messenger and he came back and he told Balramji that this is what the Kauravas are talking about. Balramji, now you should have seen the anger of Balram. Kauravas, they think they are better than us. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. How can they insult him? So Balramji, what he did, as I said yesterday, his weapon is that plow. So with so much of anger and so much full force, he just hit that plow on the ground. So with one end sticking in the ground, he just kind of grabbed whole Hastinapur with his plow, and he started dragging Hastinapur. And he was so angry. He said, I'm going to drown this Hastinapur in Yamuna today. and he was dragging the whole city with his plow towards Yamuna. And in the city now there was a huge earthquake. The palaces started breaking down, and houses were shattering. Everything was shaking, and this situation, Bhishma and Duryodhan and all these warriors, they all ran outside. They saw Balramji. They fell down at his lotus feet. They begged for forgiveness that we didn't recognize your superiority, your strength. And they begged for forgiveness, and then they brought Lakshmana and Samba and said, "Yeah, here's your son and here's your daughter-in-law. Please take her away. Please take her." And they brought so much of dowry to give to Lakshmana. And then Balramji brought both of them back to Dwarka, and then they were very happy. And when the war of Mahabharat, before the war of Mahabharat, because Krishna was not going to Vrindavan for a long time, and Narad Muni would come and give the news of the Brajvasis. So Balramji once went to Krishna. "Krishna, why are you not going to Vrindavan? Just go, at least see Yashoda Maya, Nanda Baba and the gopis. They're waiting for you, and then you come back." But Krishna was, "No, Bhaiya, Dada, Dauji, it's still not the time yet for me to go. Why don't you go? You go and pacify them." So Balramji was also missing of the Brajavasis. So he went to Vrindavan. He met Yashoda Maya, Nanda Baba, all the gopis. Now, Balramji has his own set of gopis, and Krishna has his own set of gopis. And Balramji performs his Ras Leela with his set of gopis. So when he was staying there, he took his set of gopis at the banks of Yamuna. There's a place called Ram Ghat. So there, Balramji was performing Ras Leela, and he was drinking this Varuni nectar from the trees. And the Varuni is not like liquor. It has different characteristics. But by drinking, Balramji got transcendental ecstasy, not the material deformation of mind people get by drinking liquor. So Balramji, in that ecstasy, he was with his gopis, and Balramji was at the bank of Yamuna. Yamuna was little far away. She was flowing. And Balramji told her to come nearby. And Balramji said, "I want to play in the water. You come nearby." And Yamunaji refused. She was saying, "Oh, Balram is drunk right now, and I don't want to go near him." So Balramji got angry at Yamuna, and he again picked up his plow, and he went to Yamuna, and he put his plow down in the ground, and he dragged Yamunaji. And then he told Yamuna that, "I'll make you flow in 100 streams at this place." And well, by Government of India's mercy, Yamunaji doesn't flow in Vrindavan anymore, but whenever she used to flow, that place, Ram Ghat, she still flows in 100 streams, small streams, because of the plow of Balramji. And then Yamunaji came, and then she asked for forgiveness. And after that streams, she again becomes Yamunaji. So that was, actually that pastime was there to recognize the strength, the supreme personality of Balramji. And Balramji was there for 3 months in Vrindavan, and he enjoyed with his gopis, and then he came back. And once Balramji was it has to be in Dwarka. Yeah, in Dwarka on a mountain with his queens or his gopis. And there was a monkey demon named Dvivida. Dvivida was a huge monkey. And he came there, and he wanted to pick up fight with Balramji. So this monkey, he was a gorilla actually, not even monkey, a gorilla. So he he started showing his teeth to all the gopis, and the gopis, a young girl, they started giggling, looking at the teeth, and he was rolling his eyes. So then they were giggling more, and then he was just doing some obscene gestures, and then the gopis got afraid. And then he picked up a gopi, and he started running away. And Balramji saw this. He got so angry. He went after Gorilla Trivida. And Dvivida was such a huge and powerful demon, gorilla, that he would go to the ocean and with his hands, he would just splash water here and there, and it would create huge waves in the ocean. That's how big and powerful he was. And actually, this demon was from Treta Yuga, from Lord Ram's pastimes. In Lord Ram's pastimes, he fought on the side of Ram against Ravan. He served Ram, but somehow he got envious of Lakshman, and then he was kicked out of the army. And then he became friendly with Bhaumasura. Bhaumasura is son of Krishna or son of Varahadev, but who got killed by Krishna. Now, because of that association, this Dvivida also became demoniac. And he didn't want to pick the fight with Krishna, but he said, I'll take revenge from Balramji. But this was the original story from Ram Leela when he was envious of Lakshman. So Balramji in this Leela, so then there was a big war between Balramji and Dvivida, and huge war. Dvivida would pick up the whole trees. He would just yank the whole tree out of the ground and he would throw at Balramji. And Balramji would just smash the tree to pieces. Then he was throwing big, big rocks at Balramji. Balramji smashing everything to pieces, to powder, in fact. And in the end, he just ran out of all the trees and the rocks, and then they would start fighting, fist fight. And then Balramji just hit him with his fist and killed him. So this is what happens. And even though he had served Ram, but he became envious of Lakshman, and then he got into wrong association, and he became such a big deal. But in the end, he was killed by Lakshman or Balramji. And now the war was imminent, Mahabharat war. And Duryodhana and Arjun, we know how they went to Krishna and asking for help. Now Krishna's son was married to Duryodhana's daughter, so they were relatives. And Krishna had special affection for Arjun. Arjun was his cousin brother also. So he had to help both. So then it was decided, Krishna said, okay, I'll not take part in the war. My army on one side, I am on the other side, but I'll not fight. I'll not pick up any weapon. So, Arjun got Krishna and Duryodhana got Krishna's army. And then they went to Balramji, and Balramji said, I'm not going to be participating in this war because this is between two brothers. We should not take sides. So Balramji said, I'll not take part in this war. I'll go to Tirth Yatra. Of course, whatever Krishna and Balram they do, it has special significance, special meaning, and there's always some purpose in their doing their pastimes. So Balramji went for Tirth Yatra, and he went all over India, different places, and he came to Naimisharanya. So Naimisharanya, where now from Srimad Bhagavatam we hear Sud Goswami and 88,000 sages headed by Shaunak Rishi. They were sitting down in Naimisharanya, and Sud Goswami was speaking Bhagavatam to them. But before this scene, all the sages had gathered together, and Sud Goswami's father, Rom Harshan Suta, was sitting and he was speaking Bhagavatam in that arena, and Balramji entered that arena. Balramji is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. very effulgent, and he walked in. All the sages, they saw Balramji coming, they got up and they paid obeisances. But Rom Harshan Sutta, because he was proud of being a Bhagavatam speaker, he was sitting on the Vyasasana, and he said, I'm not going to get up. So he did not get up to greet Balramji. And Balramji got really offended. He went to Romharshan Sutta and told Romharshan Sutta that although you are a disciple of Ved Vyasi, although you have learned all the scriptures from Ved Vyasi, not just learned the scriptures, you learned the import of essence of all the scriptures as well. But because you are very proud of your knowledge, it's not befitting you to sit on Vyasasana and speak on Bhagavatam. And Balramji said one more thing, that you are speaking Bhagavatam just like an actor. He reads his dialogues without understanding the meaning, or without any transformation of heart. Actor just does his dialogues, says his dialogues, plays his part, and then goes away. That's it. And he said, you are just like that, an actor. He is speaking Bhagavatam like dialogues. And this is not proper. So Balramji picked up a kusha grass and he just touched that kusha grass to the neck of Romharshan Sutta, and he killed Romharshan Sutta. Now all the Brahmins, all the sages who were sitting there, they were taken aback. What happened here? Balramji killed Romharshan Sutta. So they came to Balramji. They said, "You are Supreme Personality of Godhead, so whatever you're doing must be perfect. But we wanted to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, and this Romharshan Sutta was the only qualified person, and moreover, we had given him a benediction of long and healthy life, so he could speak Bhagavatam to us." So Balramji said, "Oh, that was the case." He said, "Okay, if you want, I can bring him back to life." But the Brahman said, "No, no, no. If you have done it, must be perfectly all right. But now the dilemma is, who's going to speak Bhagavatam?" So then Balramji said, "A father lives through his son. So his son, Sutta Goswami, he'll be the right candidate to speak Bhagavatam." Although Sutta Goswami was a little boy. And then Balramji gave him benedictions, all the sages gave him benedictions, and then he became he got the qualification to speak on Bhagavatam. And then Balramji said, "Well, I have committed an offense by killing a Brahman." So he asked everybody, what punishment do you recommend for me? Everybody said, "Well, you're the Supreme Personality of God. You or yourself decide whatever punishment you want. You're not going to interfere." So Balramji says, "Okay, so my punishment is to go to all the holy places, tirtha places, and take a bath over there." So he went. But towards the end of war of Mahabharata, he came back, and he went to the place where Kurukshetra, and that was the day when Bhima and Duryodhana were going to fight. That was the final battle. And Balramji was against this battle. He said, although Bhima is strong, he's more strong than Duryodhana. But Duryodhana is technically, he knows the technique better than Bhima. So none of these warriors will win. But when the battle started, it went on for a while. And then Krishna reminded Bhima that you should hit the thigh of Duryodhana. Many reasons. One reason we know, because of Gandhari looking at Duryodhana, his whole body had become like a Vajra, but he had covered his inner part, private part. So that part was weak. So the thighs at that part were weak. And moreover, Bhima had taken a vow when Draupadi was being disrobed that I will break your thighs in the battle. And so Bhima had taken the vow that I'll break your thighs, and till I don't break your thighs, I will not leave my body. Means I'll not die, and I'll not show my face to my ancestors till I break your thighs in the battle. It was a pretty severe vow that he had taken, and now Krishna had to maintain the word of his devotees. So Krishna signaled to Bhima that he should hit the thigh. And then Bhima hit the thigh of Duryodhana below the waist. And Duryodhana fell down on the ground with his broken legs, broken thighs. And then Balramji got angry. How dare you hit him on the thighs below the waist? Because this is against the rules of this club fighting. And then obviously Krishna had to intervene. Krishna came in the middle. He pacified Balramji somehow, and he asked for forgiveness for Bhima. And then Balramji again went away. And then this is how Mahabharata ended. So wonderful, wonderful pastime. There's so many more pastimes. Yeah, when they were in Vrindavan, boys. So once a demon came, his name was Vyamasura. Vyom means sky or Akash. And what he was doing, he was taking the cowherd boys, stealing them and putting them in a cave. And he was closing the mouth of the cave with a big rock. So Krishna, then he saw all his friends were gone. And then he realized that Vyamasura had taken. So Krishna started fighting with Vyamasura. And this fight was happening in the sky. But this fight was so severe that the whole earth started shaking. So Balramji, he was there. So Balramji just put his lotus foot, on a rock, and he held that foot down, and it stopped the earth from shaking. And then Krishna, obviously, he killed Vyamasura. So that rock then bore the imprint of lotus feet of Balramji. And that imprint is still there, that rock, and that cave is also still there. It's in a place called Kamyavan in Braj. Yeah, it's a beautiful cave, and that lotus feet imprint of Balramji is also still there. So many pastimes both the brothers had. And Balramji, as I said, he's always serving and always protecting Krishna. Just like in near Mayapur temple, there's a place called Rajajipur or Samastipur, where there's a Jagannath Baldev Subhadra temple, old temple. Now it's in custody of ISKCON. But before it was under ISKCON, this temple, and around the temple there are fields. So the pujari was serving the deities, and one boy came running, and boy asked the pujari, "Who's this white one?" Because that area is mostly populated by Muslims, so they don't have much affection or devotion towards the deities. But somehow maybe Jagannath likes it. That's why he's there. So the boy came running and he said, "Who's this white one?" And Pujari said, "Really, he's Balramji. What happened?" He said, "Oh, this white one is not the right person. He's very angry." But Pujari asked, "What happened?" The boy said, "Actually, we were playing here, all our boys, and then I saw these deities, and I liked Subhadraji was wearing some jewelry. It was plastic jewelry. But the boy said, I came and I wanted to take away some of those plastic necklaces." And he said, "As soon as I touched the plastic necklace, this white one, he picked up his gada and he hit me hard. You're stealing from my sister?" This boy ran away and he said, "I got so scared." And he showed the place where he was hit. So this is how Balramji takes care of his brother and sister. He's very affectionate towards Subhadra also. And and there's also a temple in Vrindavan, Krishna Balram temple, not ISKCON, another one. And the Krishna Balram deities are there. And there was a pujari. Actually, the main pujari was sick, so he has a young pujari to serve the deities that day. It was very hot. And the young pujari, he did his arti and offered the bhoga. And this young pujari was the one who used to cook for the deities, but he never did the arti before. So that day he was doing the arti, and when he was fanning the deity with the peacock feather fan, somehow that fan hit Balramji. And Balramji got little angry and he slapped that pujari. Literally, he slapped that you're not doing your seva properly. Now the pujari was a young boy and he got angry at Balramji. How dare you hit me? I'm serving you, I'm doing the cooking, and this is my extra service I was doing. I wasn't even supposed to do. And okay, so I was a little tired, so a hand fan went a little bit here. It hit you, but you're not supposed to hit me so hard. And this pujari said, I'm not going to serve you now. Now it became a big problem in the temple. And then there was a meeting of the whole council. And actually, that pujari was the only one who used to cook for the deities, and nobody else used to cook. So, and he said, I'm not going to cook, I'm not going to do any service. How did he hate me? He should say, I'm sorry, then I'll start serving. And all the pujaris know this is a big problem. How can we go to the deities and ask them to say sorry to pujari? But the pujari was very adamant. So all the big pujaris, temple council, they went to Krishna Balram and they said, please forgive him. But at the same time, he asked for sorry and you promise him that you will not hit him again, even if he makes little bit mistakes. So the Balramji had to do that, and then he started serving. Of course, the whole pastime was to show the love of that pujari for the deities and the deities' love for that pujari. It's not easy. The pujari and the servant devotee has to be really at the selfless level, complete devotion level, before the deities will before the deities reciprocate with him in such a loving way. But Balramji's pastimes are amazing, very, very amazing pastimes. And he just loves his devotees. He loves the devotees of Krishna. He loves devotees who are serving Krishna. He always protects the devotees of Krishna. He's always there to protect Krishna also. This is his mood. He's always serving. So we should learn and we should also get in the mood of service. Just get the service and do the service. So anyway, I'll stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, two questions I have for today. The first one is when you explained about Ramayana, because of the information from the washerman that Sita stayed for 1 year with Ravan, she has to show the purity, and Sita Mata has to go for the Agni Pariksha. So here, what was the rationale behind it that Rama ordered for this Agni Pariksha to go through, and then a lot of after that phase onward, it was not a good time because with Lokush, Mata Sita was staying separately. Yeah. So, what was the rationale
See,
behind it? Sri Ram taking a drastic step.
Agni Pariksha happened after the battle, not because of Dhobi. Because of the washerman, she was banished to the forest to Valmiki Muni's ashram. But the Agni Pariksha, the rationale behind it was when Ravan came to kidnap Sita ji, and Lakshman ji had created that ring of fire. So when Sita ji crossed that Lakshman Rekha, so unknown to Ravan, Agni Dev came, and Agni Dev took real Sita away, and he presented Maya Sita. So Ravan had actually kidnapped Maya Sita, which was Vedvati in her previous life, who was defiled by Ravan, and she had committed suicide, but cursed Ravan that I'll be the cause of your death. So Ravan took Maya Sita away, and Maya Sita was in his palace for 1 year. So when Ram came and he killed Ravan, and then Vibhishanji brought this Maya Sita, nobody knew it was Maya Sita, only Ram knew. Vibhishan brought Maya Sita. So Ram was saying, I cannot be with Maya Sita, I want my original Sita. So that's why this whole pastime was enacted, and nobody knew what was happening. So when fire was lit, so Agnidev came and he took Maya Sita back and he presented the original Sita, which was obviously always chaste. But this whole pastime, this is explained in Kurma Puran, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had got that Kurma Puran narration, and this is explained by Prabhupada in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. That's where we get the information. But then now nobody knew this Maya Sita and original Sita thing. But when this washerman he placed this allegation, this doubt on Ram, and Ram being Maryada Purushottam, an exceptional person, exceptional ruler, so he let go of Sita. But this is the external reason. Internal reason was explained by Gaur Govind Maharaj in one of his lectures. Internal reason was because Ram and Sita had experienced this separation for 1 year because of Ravan. And after the separation, as I had explained in the case of Mahaprabhu and in the case of Krishna himself, the union becomes very sweet. The separation intensifies the love between the lovers. And the union afterwards, it becomes very, very sweet. So Ram and Sita both, they wanted to taste this separation again. Of course, when Ram banished Sita, he also did not live like a king. He lived of course, he acted like a king, but in his room, he was living like an ascetic. He was sleeping on the floor and eating only roots and herbs, just like Sita was doing in the ashram. So they were in separation, and they enjoyed the separation, and after the separation they had the union. So they said, as Krishna also, Krishna and Radharani, we're going to do the same. So again they were separated in Krishna Lila, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always in separation. So the internal reason is always there. We should try to learn that. What's the real reason? This cannot be just a washerman putting an allegation on Ram, Sita. It cannot be true.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Actually, this was I read it already about Maya Sita was formed. I mean, and just from the Lakshman Rekha while taking it out. Uh, but very good explanation, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. The second question is on Sheshnagji and the Lord. I mean, we have seen into Ramayana and in Dwapar Yuga also in Krishna's form. Sheshnag was always there with him, like either the elder brother or the younger brother as Lakshman in Ramayana. The question is, we know that Lord Krishna doesn't have any origin. I mean, he's Ajanma, but we have seen
Mhm.
Sheshnag always with him, right? So, is there any association happened in the past time, or was he always there from the very, I mean, indefinite period?
You mean Balramji or Sheshnag? Sheshnag is extension of Balramji
Balramji.
to serve Narayan or Mahavishnu. Puja. So Balramji is always with Krishna. Of course, it is said he's the first expansion, but that is just for us to understand. But there's never a time when Balramji wasn't there, or Radharani wasn't there, or the gopis, or Nand Baba, Yashoda Maiya, or all of us. The jivas are always there. But we jivas, we fall down and we are here sometimes in the spiritual world whenever we were there. So in one way or the other, we are always there. But Krishna and Balram, they are the original and they are always together.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Any other
Thank you so
question?
much, Prabhuji. Very nice class. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manta. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Archana.
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri.
Prabhupada. Hare
Jai
Krishna
Srila
Prabhuji.
Prabhupada.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Hare
Prabhuji.
much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.